Tea time is over. Woo! It's been a long time since shit went down. We're getting fucking angry. Welcome to my channel, MMASoundoff. Let me give you a brief synopsis on what makes me a hardcore MMA fan. I've been an avid MMA fan since the 4th grade. Do I have any experience in MMA? I've trained a little bit. I've done jiu-jitsu a little bit. I've done striking. I've done a little MMA referee training. So I have a little bit of knowledge in MMA, but I'm just an avid enthusiast, fan, whatever you want to call it. Crazy as hardcore. If you like what I have to say, please hit like and subscribe. And honestly, I just wanted to start this because what else am I gonna fucking do? It's either or get off the pot. It's time to take shit. I'm having fun. So what is my channel all about? It's gonna be about my take on all things MMA. I've always wanted to document this.
I'm videotaping this for scientific research. This shit'll be on the Discovery Channel.
So let's get it on. The first fight on the early prelims is Ryan Spann versus Sam Alvey. Sam Alvey has become more of a journeyman fighter. He's been there for a long time. He's moved up in weight, up to 205. Hasn't looked good. Has dropped his 3 fights at light heavyweight. Ryan Spann is younger, stronger, faster, longer, is on a tear right now, and from a more well-rounded camp. I'm going Ryan Spann on this with a 2nd round TKO. Fight number 2 is Charles Rosa versus Bryce Mitchell. This one's an easy, clear-cut Bryce Mitchell. He's undefeated. He's looked really good. Pulled off, I think, the 3rd twister ever in the UFC. Charles Rosa has fought a little bit better of competition, so this will be a coming out party for Bryce Mitchell. Bryce is gonna win by a decision. That's my pick. 3rd fight on the docket is going to be Vicente Luque fighting Nico Price. They're rematching on this one. I see it going pretty much how the first one went, with Vicente easily handling Nico Price. 2nd round, Vicente is gonna win by a TKO. 4th fight on the prelims is gonna be Jacare De Souza fighting Uriah Hall. This is one where it's just like styles make fights. Striker versus grappler. The only thing is Jacare's 40 years old. Uriah's up there as well at 35. I have met Uriah Hall. I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna say Uriah Hall is gonna win this one just by a decision. Being able to keep it standing, and I wouldn't say pick him apart, but handle him throughout all 3 rounds. Next fight is Carla Esparza versus Michelle Waterson. I love Michelle. She's my favorite. She's so nice. She's so friendly. I've never met Carla. I'm sure she's as friendly as well, but how can you not go against Michelle? Maybe I'm being biased again. Maybe it's because we're from the same hometown, but I'm gonna go Michelle Waterson by decision, keeping the fight standing and striking her way to a decision. The next fight is Verdum versus Olenek. I see this as a one-sided victory for Verdum by decision. Olenek's gonna be tough as nails, drag the fight all the way through, but I don't see him winning. In the main fight on the prelims is Donald Cowboy Cerrone versus Anthony Showtime Pettis. What can you say here? It's fireworks. They both come out. They're never in a boring fight. But I think there's one caveat with this one, is Donald Cowboy Cerrone, he's gonna let it go. He's gonna be Cowboy. He's not gonna be Donald. He's gonna be Cowboy. He's gonna let everything go because nothing's really on the line. When the pressure's on him, that's when he doesn't show up. But when the pressure's not on him, that's when he does show up. So I think it's gonna be Cowboy by decision with the Fight of the Night honors. It's going to be a great fight. To kick off the main card is Greg Hardy versus Yorgan De Castro. I just don't like Greg Hardy. I think he is super athletic and he's still really green. I think De Castro is going to be more overwhelming than he gets credit for. I think De Castro is actually going to win this one by a knockout in the first round. Second fight on the main card is Jeremy Heathen Stevens versus Calvin Kattar. What can you say about this one? Jeremy Stevens always brings it. Calvin Kattar always brings it. This could possibly be 2 fight of the nights. My pick is going to be Calvin Kattar by decision. Next fight on the main card is going to be Francis Ngannou versus Rosenstrike. I don't know how to pronounce his first name, so I'm just going to go by Rosenstrike. This is going to be just like Ngannou versus the Black Beast. I think they're going to be too shy, too afraid of each other's power, very timid. And I see Rosenstrike pulling off a decision because he's just going to do more. Now we're on to the co-main event. Henry Triple C Cejudo fighting Dominic Cruz. I see Cejudo. Well, okay, let's start off with this. Cejudo, I don't believe ever beat DJ in that second fight. I don't think he did enough, my personal opinion. When you're fighting a champion and you barely just match up where it's a coin toss 50-50, it should always go to the champion. So I don't believe he won that second fight against DJ. That being said, it was fucking fantastic how Cejudo adjusted to beat Marlon Moraes in that second round. That was amazing. Outgassed him, and that was at 135. He looked good. But now fighting Dominic Cruz at 135, I think it's gonna pose something totally different that he's never really seen, with all that footwork, with all that movement, with all that circling around that Dominic Cruz does. I think Dominic Cruz is gonna sail with it, a clear-cut decision on this one with his superior footwork and superior striking. Not gonna be able to be taken down, gonna fight off every one of those takedowns, and is gonna sail to a dominant decision, which constitutes a changing of the guard when it's dominant. Now when it's a 50-50, Tony Ferguson, Al-Kakui versus Justin Gaethje. Now, what can be said? Ferguson and Khabib is never gonna happen. This is the 5th time that the fight's been canceled. The fight is cursed. We should just move on from it. Just like on Wayne's World.
You know what I think it is?
That you're mental?
You know him best. What do you think I should do?
Just get over it, go out with somebody else.
Get over it. Go out with somebody else. Yeah, thanks. Okay, great.
Get over it. Go out with somebody else. With Ferguson fighting Gaethje, when I look back into Gaethje's record, and I look back into Tony Ferguson's record, I look at Ferguson, he's gone 12 straight without a loss, and the level of competition that Ferguson has faced far exceeds Gaethje's. So I think it's just gonna be another Ferguson show where he's just gonna take a licking at the beginning, come back, wear his opponent out, and win by a finish in the 4th round. Probably TKO in the 4th round. That's my call. If I was gonna put money on it, I would put that in Vegas. Probably win 1,200 bucks. Done it before, gonna do it again. Please comment on the bottom and let me know what you thought of this video. What I can improve on, what I can do. I'll take any suggestions or ideas. Gently tap that like button. It doesn't need to be beaten up or be smashed. And don't forget to crescent kick that subscribe button. Because without you, there is no me. And without us, we wouldn't be. Mahal kita.